Hi, here's another way of using Schoology for quiz or assessment. This time I'm gonna try add assessment. Again, you have to enable submissions so students can enter the responses. The good thing about this is um, the students won't see the questions unless you enable it. They would see that they have an upcoming quiz, even if you upload it 2 days in advance, but they won't be able to open the quiz unless it's enabled. All right. Um, Under setup, you can customize how or how many times your students can attempt the problems, or if you want them to see what they got wrong at the end, or if you want them to look at the correct answers at the end of their attempt, you can do that as well. You can write your instructions here, let's say round off to the nearest tens. Oh, and save changes, and then you can add questions here or go back to the top and click on the question tab. The assessment gives you more tools or options. I haven't used all of them. I've used a short answer or essay. Um, I used it when I was asking them to explain a certain concept or a certain procedure. The disadvantage of using this is Schoology doesn't grade it automatically. You have to look at your students' responses and grade them as you read them. So let's try fill in the blank text. So if you want to use your own questions, just make sure that you provide the space for the students to enter the responses by using a blank. So let's say, for example, I want students to get tangent of 23 degrees. So I can't just put tangent 23 equals. I have to put a blank because that's the signal for Schoology that I'm expecting a student response for that particular question. And this is where I write down the correct answer. And then if you want more questions, so just type in your questions depending on how many you have. Let's say cosine of 45. There we go. So again, um, if you want your students to get points for those that they answered correctly, regardless of whether all are answered correctly or not, you have to click on partial match. And I think, yeah, that's it. So just keep typing. If you want to insert a particular image for, let's say, number 3, you can do that as well. Just click on image, just like how I showed in another video. Um, Insert a screenshot and just create another blank for your student responses. What else? I think that's it. Oh, if for example you want to do, let's say, factor w squared. Now this is the disadvantage of typing your own problem as well. I mean, based on my experience, if you're using equation editor, it takes a lot of time. So let's say factor w squared minus 25. Right. So you can have your students answer on the next line. And again, you should provide a blank for their response. And if students enter their answers differently from how you indicated in your key to correction, Schoology might not give them a point. So let's say this is how you entered your key to correction, and the student switch the two factors around. Let's say w plus 5, w minus 5. It won't give them a point. So you have to make sure that you give them specific instructions as to how you want them to enter their responses. All right. I hope that helps.